tonight. Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa warns against violation of local government elections regulations. Youth urged to use skills gained from national service on economic activities. And in sports, Vodacom Premier League defending champion Simba defeat Mtibwa Sugar by 2-1 at the Uhuru Stadium in Dar es Salaam. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Kennedy Zimbwe. First, the national news. Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa has said the local government elections expected to be held in November this year must be held by following regulations and procedures, warning that anyone found to be giving bribes or causing breach of peace will have legal action taken against them. The Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa made their statement in Dodoma when adjourning Parliament. On their part, some members of Parliament say the meeting has been successful after passing several resolutions.
Take part in the election, including political parties, governmental and non-governmental institutions, and the general public, to read and get an understanding of the electoral rules so as to keep away from corruption and disruption of peace. The government will not hesitate to act when it is proven that such acts were done against regulations governing the country. Food security in the country is good. For instance, during the 2018-19 season, production was at least 16.41 million tons compared to 13.84 million tons required. In recognizing the contribution in this country, in the fifth phase, we intended to commend Honorable President John Pombe Magufuli for the excellent job he is doing, but for the honor Tanzania has received in becoming the SADC chair. It is our duty as members of Parliament, rather than waiting for Honorable President to sit with the people to hear their grievances, we must address everything raised in the House of Parliament.
The head of the National Service, Brigadier General Charles Muge, has called on youth who complete national service to refrain from using the training they received to harass citizens, and instead they should use skills gained in economic development activities. The statement was made on his behalf by his representative, Colonel Aisha Matanzamade, at the close of a national service training at Makuyuni Camp in Monduli District, Arusha region.
You must serve and protect our nation. You must participate in the growing of the economy and be patriotic. You must remember what you've learned and work hard and be disciplined. Don't assume that after today you will not be called back. If anything happens, you will be amongst soldiers at the front defending our nation.
Now, the Minister of Home Affairs, Kangi Lugola, has directed the police force to arrest and take to court anyone involved in stealing by using names of leaders. Minister Lugola gave the warning when inspecting various projects under his ministry in Dodoma.
Some claim that they've been sent by the president and what instructions he's given, accusing the victim of economic espionage and that he is to be taken to prison. So there are such people, some using the vice president's name and even the prime minister's, in the process conning people. An emergency call comes through, yet you want to finish what you're doing or blame the increase in the number of accidents instead of responding immediately.
Women who have delivered babies at Nyamwilimilwa Health Center in Geita region sleep on mattresses spread on the floor as the maternity ward does not have beds. The senior doctor at the health center, Dr. Peter Masanja, said the center also faces the challenge of lack of health workers and medicines.
There are no beds. We ask you to help those of us who bring our children here for delivery. There is not enough health workers. A lack of laboratory makes it difficult to treat patients. We ask if we can have a laboratory so we can work better. The doctor should come to the district office on Monday so he can be given 3 beds so expectant mothers can deliver in a safe environment.
The health condition of Archbishop of Dar es Salaam Catholic Diocese Jude Tadeus Ruwaichi, who is admitted at Muhimbili Orthopedic Institute, has continued to improve after undergoing surgery, as he is now able to walk and eat on his own.
Tunaendelea kumfanyisha, nafikiri kitu kikubwa zaidi itakuwa ni kuendelea kufanya mazoezi.
The big thing right now is to help him with physiotherapy so as to help the body to improve, since one part of his body was weak, but now we are grateful that he has regained his body energy.
Na kuweka vitu vingine ambavyo bado viko upande kidogo viwekwe vikae sawa.
Ni swala ambalo limetugusa sana.
We were deeply touched with the news of his illness as Archbishop, who has just been given bigger roles to play at the church. However, we thank God that his condition has continued to improve. We are here at Muhimbili National Hospital, although we are not allowed to see him, but at least we are getting progressive reports of his condition, and now he is doing well. Now, Tanzania People's Defense Force TPDF Mwanza camp has been handed over 40 acres of land which are part of an area of Mount Kanyama at Bujora Ward Mago district in Mwanza region to be used for security activities after a 7-year dispute was resolved.
Familia ya Mabina, viongozi wa dini, viongozi wa chama mliopo hapa.
Let us make a historical decision that will lay to rest past conflict which caused a lot of lives. I therefore urge you to support this so we can have lasting peace.
Migogoro mibaya sana. Eneo lile tumekuwa tukilitamani muda mrefu.
We've been eyeing that area for a long time for military use. It shall be used for defense of this nation. In addition, other progressive uses could be found for the benefit of the community at large. The army is part of the community. We cannot be segregated.
President Dr. John Magufuli has allocated 15 billion shillings for the completion of construction of referral hospital in Mtwara region after it has stalled for more than 10 years. This was said by Mtwara Region Commissioner Gelasius Biakanwa during an inspection tour of the hospital.
Sasa Mheshimiwa Rais alipofanya ziara mwaka huu mwezi wa 4 hapa.
When Honorable President toured this place in April this year, one of the items requested by the people of Mtwara and the southern region was the construction of a regional referral hospital, and 15 billion shillings has been given. On first floor, there will be consultation for internal medicine, sterilization center, consultation, surgical services, and ICU for critical patients.
Some primary school students in Mpanda, Katavi region have been reported to get high on wild fruits, a situation that is affecting their education performance.
Ukipasua ndani unakuta mbegu nyeupe, ukiweka kwenye kopo kuweka na maji, ukiweka na jiskola inabadilika kwa rangi nyekundu, ile jiskola nyekundu. Kwa sisi tulivyokunywa, yani tulikunywa kidogo.
Walipofika hospitalini tuliwapokea, tukawapa huduma za awali na walirudia kwenye hali yao ya kawaida. na tulipowahoji wazazi wao walisema kwamba hayo matunda ndio yana tabia ya kusababisha hiyo hali.
And that is the end of national news. International news follows shortly. And in international news, the late former Zimbabwe President Robert Mugabe will be buried at a monument for national heroes in the capital, Harare. The developments came after the tussle between the family of Robert Mugabe and President Emerson Mnangagwa, Mugabe's once trusted deputy who helped remove him from power in 2017. On Thursday, the family had said that the former president of Zimbabwe, whose body was flown back from Singapore on Wednesday, would be buried in his hometown in a private ceremony. But on Friday, family spokesman Leo Mugabe said it had been decided that deceased would be buried at Heroes Acre after consultations with influential traditional chiefs. Now, Uganda and Kenya have signed a cooperation agreement to improve peace and stability along the border between the two countries of Moroto and Pokot districts. The agreement aims to improve relations between the pastoralist community at Pokot, Karamoja and Turkana and ultimately lead to improved security along the borders of Uganda, Kenya, Ethiopia and South Sudan.
Zamani watoto walikuwa chakula ya risasi. Risasi ilikuwa inakula watoto.
Amani ndio msingi wa yote ambaye ni mema.
Now, moving on, Andrew Bagut will likely be investigated for a foul-mouthed post-game spray, while Abuba's assistant coach Luke Hungley was fuming after the Europeans beat Okay, there's a mixture of the story there. Now, the coming story is about Kenya, where with hearing of the case on the border dispute between Somalia and Kenya expected to start on November, Kenyan government has said that it wants to resolve the dispute outside the court. This was revealed by the Foreign Minister of Kenya, Monica Juma, at a press conference in Nairobi. She said that if talks between the two sides fail, they will take legal measures at the International Court of Justice.
Asked for postponement for additional time when they approached the court last week because the 9th, when is 9th? 9th is Monday, was supposed to be the opening of the hearings. And after some consultations between the parties and the court pushed this to November. So that is where we are, so that we do not get caught up in terms of where are we with the court. The African Union endorsed Kenya's candidature for a non-permanent seat to the UN Security Council for the period 21-22. This took place in Addis Ababa on the 21st of August. Djibouti, which was also seeking for this endorsement, conceded defeat and was the first country to congratulate Kenya and give assurances of our full and total support. This endorsement came from across Africa, with a win of 37 votes in favor of Kenya against 13 of Djibouti. And so I can confirm here that Kenya is the African Union endorsed candidate for the UN Security Council for the period 21-22. With this endorsement, we are now officially set to launch our campaign, and this will happen on the 16th of September, which is Monday in Addis Ababa.
And that is the end of international news. Business news follows shortly after the break. We'll be right back.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
To be rich, I have to be a business person.
It's not an easy road at all.
People need to understand.
You must quickly think, how cost effective are you going to be?
Business acts
as a way in which it can bridge that gap.
Business Edition will keep you informed on latest developments in the financial sector, extractive industry, tourism, agriculture, energy, construction, and so much more. Meet entrepreneurs who create employment opportunities. Watch Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and in business news. Now, a video clip showing President Dr. John Magufuli and President Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya on grapes grown in Dodoma has attracted a Ghanaian businesswoman to visit Tanzania and buy grapes from Dodoma. Dodoma Region Commissioner Dr. Bilnith Mahenge has said that the visit will help grape farmers from the region to get a reliable market.
Na amependa sana wine ya Tanzania. Kwa hiyo inawezekana sasa wa Kenya including na yeye atakuwa anakuja kuoda
from here.
From here. ile wine ya Dodoma. Na kuna wine nyingine inaitwa presidential wine.
Wao wakichukua wine hii.
What they have been doing is promoting factories to go and buy grapes directly to farmers. I would like to assure Dodoma residents who want to invest in grapes farming, they shouldn't hesitate. It is still a great potential crop because right now there are domestic investors who are ready to use grapes grown in the country.
And I like the wine because right now the competition between the South Africa and the European wine, I think the Tanzanian wine is better than the other wines, and we can compete in the market.
We do appreciate the support of our regional government very much, because if you don't have the government behind an activity which is economic impact, you will have a problem. So it was very important. He also mentioned, I really need to meet your government because we need to make sure that everything runs smoothly.
Now, participants at the 22nd Expo Build Africa 2019 have called on construction companies to use products meeting international quality standards in order to be competitive and go with the current technological changes in the sector.
We have already customers here in Tanzania, Sao Hill from Green Resources. It's a very huge company in Mafinga, Iringa. Okay, they have 5 kilns from our company. Drying kiln is very important for the timber to be dried because of the outside condition cannot be controlled. So it's very important for the sawmill industry to have a kiln.
And rice farmers in Kilosa and Vomero districts in Morogoro region have said completion of construction and renovation of warehouses in various villages will help reduce the problem of middlemen who are buying directly from farmers at unprofitable prices. Although we have got this warehouse, but rice farmers are facing the challenge of irrigation schemes, since currently farmers are using the natural resources which are not sufficient enough for farming the crop. Thus, we will get good infrastructures. If we will get good infrastructures, then they will improve our production capacity. If the government will put in place productive systems, then there shall be sustainable food security in the country, as well as generate income to farmers, efforts that will highly contribute in reduction of poverty. We believe that we must increase in production and quality of products. It is also important to consider good storage measures, since it is a very crucial stage. elevators in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture and other development stakeholders. We are aiming at sensitizing and mobilizing revolution in systems in place by involving all stakeholders so that all necessary measures should be taken. And that is the end of business news. Sports news follows shortly.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Opposition, Joaquinho, he did lose to Lind.
And in sports news, the Vodacom Premier League defending champions have continued with their back-to-back wins, defeating Mtibwa Sugar by 2-1 at Uhuru Stadium in Dar es Salaam. Simba went ahead through Medi Kagere before Mtibwa equalized with Rifat Hamis Msuya's header, but super sub Miraj Athman scored a cracker, returning the champs to the steering wheel till the end. Andrew Baggett will likely be investigated for a foul mouth post-game spray, while Boomers assistant coach Lack Longley was also fuming after the Europeans beat Australia 95-88 in the double overtime World Cup semi-final heartbreaker.
Trailed by 11 against the Boomers in Beijing, but just like in the Rio Olympic bronze medal game 3 years ago, rallied and went ahead courtesy of dubious foul on Bogut in the final seconds. Spain won that match by 1, but this time Party Mills had the chance to get one back for Australia when he went to line with 4 seconds on the clock, down by 1. But this second free throw bobbled out, and Ricky Rubio's long heave just missed to force overtime. Matthew de la Vidova's desperate floater on the buzzer clanged out to send teams into second extra period, where Marc Gasol and Rubio steered their side clear.
Manchester United will be without Paul Pogba and Anthony Martial for their home date, Leicester, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has revealed.
I've seen two French stars pick up ultimately knocks. Martial set out United's 1-1 draw with Southampton 2 weeks ago after twerking his thigh, while Pogba was unable to link up with his country during the international break after damaging his ankle. That means neither will be able to figure against the Foxes when Premier League action resumes on Saturday. Pogba and Martial are not the only ones handing Solskjaer's selection headache, though, with Jesse Lingard and Aaron Wan-Bissaka having pulled out the latest England squad through injury.
And Zinedine Zidane has opposed Gareth Bale's view of being made a scapegoat at Real Madrid, while praising the winger's amazing ability.
Wales international Bale almost moved to Chinese side Jiangsu Suning during the transfer window after being told he was free to leave Madrid. Los Blancos boss Zidane made the decision following months of speculation over the seemingly fractured relationship, but the Madrid board blocked his departure at the last minute. Bale, while on international duty last week, claimed to have been made more of a scapegoat than most for the team's shortcomings, a belief not shared by his head coach.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin for tonight. My name is Majaliwa. Thank you so much for watching, and good night.